what's up, everybody? It's your boy D, and that's all day. What's going on? I'm here to do the SmackDown review for September 30th, 2022. Time know it's going by quick, right? The last show of September, man. Time flies by, doesn't it? And the headline was McIntyre, Owens, and Gargano join forces to beat Theory and Alpha Academy. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back and try to get back watching some other stuff. But, yeah, I'm definitely going to be talking about some things and pointing out some things, about what I see and what's going on. Because I really do feel like things are just really getting a little just out of place. I really do. Especially after watching, I've been watching this stuff pretty much nonstop, pretty much for like 2 years, right? I haven't really missed no episodes for like 2 years now. And if I do miss one, whenever I find time, I go back and go check them out, but let's get to it. Alright, so it began with Sami Zayn and Solo Sakoa defeating Ricochet and Madcap Moss. Okay, so yeah, I seen the whole promo. I know that promo is coming up about with Jey and them. But let's get to the match first. So yeah, Sami and Solo are together. So what I've been saying is still pretty true. Remember I was saying like, Sami and Solo are probably going to be the reasons why the bloodline split up. They already had altercations in the past and fought. And now here we go where Solo is with Sami all the time and acting like he's more important than the Usos, I might make a dedicated video to this because this is a review, and if I make a dedicated video, it might actually get a little bit more play because it's a lot to this storyline. But one thing I didn't like, though, is how they just randomly brung Madcap Mount Moss out and Ricochet, and now Solo and Sami are destroying them. I never thought they were going to lose. I didn't even like how they had them play that. Like, all of a sudden, Sami joins Bloodline, but now magically these two who don't never be together all of a sudden want to just diss Sami for no reason. Just to put Solo over. Let's not forget, not too long ago, Madcap Moss was a person they were really pushing. Now, all of a sudden, Solo from NXT and Sami, who snuck his way into the Bloodline, is getting you. Yeah. The match was alright, though. Then you had Drew McIntyre versus Austin. Oh, I'm going to get to that promo soon. Drew McIntyre versus Austin Theory ended in a disqualification. So, yeah, they had a match, right? Out of nowhere, right? This was kind of out of nowhere. And then I automatically, another good thing to bring up is look how Theory has been booked. This would be another good video. Look how Austin Theory has been booked ever since Triple H been in, since how he been booked since Vince was in. Like, it's definitely some differences coming out. And I'm like, this is why I'm like, I got to make some videos. Because, Theory too, like, Theory was a lot more of a threat and seemed like he was had more potential when Vince was there, especially when he was backing him. But now he's gone, and now Theory is doing nothing ever since. Like, Theory ain't been doing nothing but getting beat up all over the place and study trying to bring in money in the bank and study losing it. He ain't really, like, Theory, he takes loss all the time. Just like this match. Honestly, I thought he was going to lose, but a DQ helped him. But yeah, probably because he been losing so much. Now, let me see. How did that DQ happen? Oh, right. The Alpha Academy, suddenly interfered with a disqualification. A post-match 3-on-1 beatdown. So, okay, out of nowhere, they jump in, Alpha Academy. And that's ridiculous, too, because it's like now you bringing Raw to SmackDown. Like, that's another thing I've been noticing. There's been a lot of more Raw SmackDown mixtures. It makes me feel like you're getting a little too desperate for storylines and not doing how y'all were doing. Y'all were just sticking to SmackDown and sticking to Raw, and then occasionally you will see a switch up depending on titles and stuff like that. But now it's like, come on. I mean, especially with this main event, right? But let's move on. Hit Row defeats Los Lotharios. Alright. This was pretty quick, pretty simple. I thought this match was going to be longer, but it wasn't. This match was only like 3 or 4 minutes long, man. They've been booking Hit Row pretty strong, I noticed. But here's something that disappoints me about this, though. I just find it kind of a shame that a team like Hit Row is getting pushed and getting put more over than like the Street Profits. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand Hit Row is here and they're new, but man, Hit Row been here now for like a month now, and they just been getting booked strong as hell, just winning every match. You know what I'm saying? They've been getting more play. They've been getting more play, right? Winning more matches. They haven't lost really yet. They ain't really lost. But Street Profits ain't doing nothing. They ain't getting no title runs. They're not being booked strong. They had to lose to Ridge Holland and Butch just so they can go against for the tag team titles. It's like, man, and honestly, man, to me, Street Profits is a better team. Hit Row ain't terrible. I'm not saying they're bad, but I do think Street Profits are better all around than Hit Row. Like, it's just sad, like, stuff like that. Like, what happened to the Street Profits? They just don't get pushed no more. I know this is SmackDown, but still, I definitely noticed that they ain't getting that much of a push. Ronda Rousey defeats Natalya via submission. Okay, this was another predictable match, but you know, this was another match to boost Ronda, just like they had the Liv match, you know, to boost Liv. This was her match to boost Ronda. This match was pretty short too. Natalya tapped out with a leg submission, which irked me a little bit. Because I'm like, damn, it couldn't have been an arm submission. It had to be the leg. But what happened after the match was actually interesting, though. Like, this really wasn't interesting. But what happened afterwards was interesting. Because that's when Liv came out. And she had a bat, too. And she was ready, man. And then Ronda came straight to her. And then they just got to fighting it out, man. Liv tried to crack her with the bat. I don't know how many times. Ronda kept ducking it. Then she hit her with the bat when she was trying to get up. Then they was fighting on the barricades, throwing each other around. Like, this was a brawl right here. This was an unexpected brawl. And then the referees start coming in, trying to push them back. And then here come Ronda coming back. And then Liv was coming back. Like, this is good. This is good, man. The altercation afterwards was much better than the match. I mean, man, I actually like what they did with Liv last week, man. When she put it through that table, man, that shit was lit. That was lit. Alright. Oh, wait. Did I get to that promo? See, they're not showing the promo. Because, okay, they showing Max Dupree. Right, Max Dupree was still mad. Because the models basically were just trying to do the longest pose in Canada, I guess. And it got interrupted by Max at the end. He was still japping on him. He still act like he don't want to be with him. Yeah, he stole off Mansoor. So, yeah, Max ain't really with them no more. Karrion Kross, he did a little crazy promo, and then they still popped up that whole White Rabbit mystery. Man, I got so many videos I see I'm going to have to make because some of these topics are long, like the White Rabbit one. Oh man, that's a pretty long one, but I'll put it like this. At this point, man, it's pretty obvious what the White Rabbit stuff is, man. I see they got this going, and I think it's going to be going all the way to Extreme Rules, but it's getting probably pretty obvious. And then you had the promo where Jey called out Solo and was like, "Hey man, I don't believe in you. I don't trust in you. I see what you're doing. You're trying to break up the family. I see right through you." So Jey is still mad at him. And then Sami says, "Oh, we'll take it up with Roman," which is a clear sign that Sami is wrong and in the wrong. Because if Sami wasn't, Sami would at least try to defend himself or say, "Hey, Jey, I'm not like that. I'm not none of this." But Sami didn't say that. Sami was like, oh, he pointed at the shirt that he got from Roman, was like, "Oh, take it up with Roman." Like, see, that is trying to split up the family. Like, oh, if Roman says it, it doesn't matter what you say. And I agree with Jey. Jey has been right. Honestly, Jey has been right the whole time about Sami. Sami ain't been doing nothing but just trying to steal clout. He ain't really care for the Usos like that. Honestly, I think he just wanted to use them for clout. I mean, come on, look how all the other ones had to get titles and stuff to get all this clout and do all that. And he just got in. Like I said, all he had to do was just put his body on the line for him. And now you get to get clout for them too? Come on, it shouldn't be that simple and that easy. Like, you obviously are up to something. Just like with Solo. When Solo, what was that, a couple weeks ago, last week, When Solo basically, came in with Roman, what happened? They was finna leave, and now here comes Sami wanting a piece. See, why you couldn't just play your role and just keep going and wait your turn? Now you had to come in and say, hey, I want to be an honorary Uso too. That's why it was so shocking when he was like, take that shirt off, and Jey ripped that shirt off of him. That's why it was so shocking. So, and I've been called it. I called it before Jey even said it. Go look at my reviews within the past week or so. I've been saying this. I'm like, man, it's going to be Sami and Solo. And then that name, too. That name. But let me get, because like I said, I might make some individual videos to get more to the point. Because this is a review. Sheamus, producer Shillelagh, and started a bona fide brawl with Imperium. Now, this was crazy. I will admit, this was a crazy moment. But I found this to be goofy. Because Sheamus did not have the brawling brutes with him. So, yeah, you had a Shillelagh, but you going against 3 dudes. So, obviously, Sheamus gets beat down. And then once they leave the ring, Sheamus is like, oh, I'm still here. And they just come in the ring and beat him down again. So, what the hell was that about? And then the Emporium really need this third dude. Like, did y'all really just get him this third guy so they could just have a rivalry with them? Because y'all ain't been doing nothing with that third dude. I mean, it was a crazy moment, but I still didn't like it that much because I found it to be pointless and goofy. Like, why would you go against them 1 against 3? Obviously, wait till you get your other to him. I mean, any other time you with them, right? But now you not with them, and now you want to just come at them straight head on where they, and it wasn't no no interruption and nothing. They all seen you. So then we had Bayley defeat Shotzi. Yeah, seen this coming. Shotzi, yeah, we knew she wasn't winning this match. But what I was more interested in was Raquel gonna come and run and save Shotzi? Because you know how Shotzi been coming out running, saving Raquel and them for like 2 weeks, which pissed me off because I'm like, that don't make no sense. Why are you helping who was burying you and who didn't care about you? Now, and that happened 2 weeks in a row. And now look, now Shotzi's in trouble. Bayley grabs a ladder and puts Shotzi in the ladder. So she's basically finna hop on her while she's in the ladder and she's finna fuck her up. Okay, this is the perfect time for for Raquel to come out and help, right? I mean, she helped you, right? No. Guess who runs out? Bianca Belair. What? Huh? That's horrible. I did not like that at all. Because it's like, why? I mean, I totally understand that Bianca is a face. I totally understand that Bianca and Bayley have a rivalry. But why send her all the way from Raw over here to SmackDown just to save her in that one little situation where she really didn't have to at all? It wasn't like it was Asuka or Alexa Bliss. It's Shotzi. When you know damn well she been running out for Raquel. It should have obviously been Raquel saving her. But no, let's send Bianca out there to do it. That was ridiculous. And Bayley, yeah, she ended up escaping though. She ended up getting out. So, but yeah. Still looking forward to that ladder match though, but yeah, that really irked me because I was waiting the whole time. I already knew Shotzi was gonna lose. I was waiting the whole time like, I wonder if she gonna save her. And hell no, she didn't. Bull. Shotzi, you better not ever save her again because I found that was goofy. Then you had the main event: McIntyre, Owens, and Gargano defeat Theory and Alpha Academy. So yeah, such a weird team up, right? I guess you could say it's a little interesting because it's like, okay, we get them on a SmackDown match, but you already know McIntyre, Owens, and Gargano was going to go over, right? There was no way in the world Theory and Alpha Academy was going to win. And Theory ended up getting beat down with the belt afterwards because he getting ready to fight Karrion Kross. But, yeah, I mean, this match is alright. It wasn't nothing too interesting because especially when McIntyre and them was going to win. And the thing that bothers me about this too is like, here we go again. Like I was saying earlier, why are you bringing 5 Raw stars to SmackDown to do a main event? You couldn't think of nothing else. We couldn't do nothing else. So we gonna bring 5 Raw stars with one SmackDown star. I mean, just think about it. You literally had to bring 5 Raw stars to SmackDown just to boost that one SmackDown star who already had a hell of a push and a boost just to lose to Roman. And now they using Karrion Kross and all of y'all to keep him relevant. Like, honestly, I mean, who I think will win between Karrion Kross and him, I would say Drew. If I had to pick, it would be Drew. So let's do a quick recap. So the first thing, the solo stuff with Sami, that was decent. That was decent. It was just a little disappointing about Madcap and them though, and the predictability, but decent. The Drew Austin Theory stuff wasn't good because it just was really a waste of time just to lead into the main event. The Hit Row Los Ethereos, this wasn't really that great because now that's all Hit Row been doing. Like, all right now. And this match wasn't good because it only lasts like 3 minutes. I swear, this match was literally like 3-4 minutes long. Like, and you, again, predictable. We knew Hit Row was going to win. So this really wasn't that good. Ronda Rousey defeating Natalya, that wasn't good because it was so fast and so predictable, and then beating her with the leg submission. But this was good though. The after brawl, now that was good. This was probably one of the best moments in SmackDown, was the brawl between Liv and Ronda, straight up. The Emporium stuff was alright. It was a little goofy and pointless, but still dramatic enough to make it okay. Bayley versus Shotzi was whack. And the run-in afterwards was pointless. So yeah, Bayley versus Shotzi was not good. And the last match was okay. It was alright. So, man, this show really wasn't that good, man. It really wasn't. Besides the Roman stuff and maybe some of the, the promos, and you're going to get a score of 2.5 out of me again, because it's like you barely making it to 2, but you getting a little edge because of the Usos, solo, and then some of the promos, and then the Liv Morgan stuff was good, but some of the other stuff, a lot of the other stuff wasn't. So there go my review, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I'm gonna be getting ready to get on that Raw one later, right, tomorrow. But I'm gonna try to find some time though to make some more just more topic oriented wrestling talk, so where it just be more direct, so I don't gotta be rushing. So I'll see you guys on the later one. Peace out, y'all.